Hey guys, get ready with me while I tell you guys the story time of how I almost went to jail because of one of my friends. It's kind of like a quick story time because there wasn't really much to it, but let's just start off with we were shopping. Also, don't mind my voice, I've been sick and I'm just now getting my voice back, so I sound weird. So we were in Ulta and me and this girl, we had like no money to spend, like neither of us. We kind of just went like to look around. So trust me, I know this isn't my shade. I ordered it online and obviously it's the wrong color, but we're gonna make it work anyway. Okay, back to the story. We were in Ulta. I mean, I had money, I just didn't have money to spend. Even though I didn't have spending money, I was gonna take the money that I did have and make it spending money and get something either way. Because we were in Ulta, I have to spend my last dollar there. She grabs a Tree Hut scrub and she's like, all right, I'm gonna go pay for this. And since I was still looking at what I wanted to get, I was like, all right, I'll just meet you up there when I'm done or meet you in the car. We all know we spend like 2 hours in Ulta, so like 30 minutes, no, let me not exaggerate. I'd say like 15 minutes comes by and she comes back up to me. She had a small Ulta bag, but it was like filled with stuff. And I'm like, what the heck, girl? Like, dang, who sent you money? She kind of just laughs and she's like, did you want anything? And I was like, oh my gosh, like I really want this Hourglass concealer. I think it was like 40 bucks. And I was like, no, but like I don't want you to waste your money on me. And she was like, girl, like it's fine. Like my dad sent me money. And I'm like, no, like I'm not gonna make your dad waste his money on me. Like it's fine. She was like, girl, I promise you I got it. It's not gonna hurt my pockets. And I'm like, okay. I was like, I promise I'll give you back the money when I can. So I go over there, like I pick out my shade and I'm like, thank you so freaking much. And then I go back over to like the dry shampoo like area. I grab 2 dry shampoos because I really needed them. She grabs it from me and she was like, girl, I got you, don't worry. And I'm like, no, like I at least have enough money to buy this, so let me buy it. She was like, this is what friends are for, girl, like I got you, don't worry. And I'm like, okay, like if you insist. But because she was buying that for me, I was like, all right, I'm gonna go grab something else. So I give her those and I was like, wait for me to go check out, like I'm about to go grab something else. I forget to mention that she asked me for my car keys. About 5 more minutes go back and I'm sitting over here looking at the Dyson like I'm about to buy the Dyson. That's $500. Absolutely not. But I was looking anyway. She was like, oh my god, like I've been wanting one of those, like we should get it. And I'm like, girl, does it look like I have this money to spend right now? Like if this thing is $500, I can barely afford makeup. She was like, I got you. She picks it up and it had like a little sensor thing on it and I didn't realize that's why she put it back until now. She was like, actually, like never mind, we probably shouldn't waste this money. I'm like, girl, you were just so certain about getting it, like get it for yourself, like don't let me not getting it hold you back. And she was like, no, it's fine. Mind you, at this point I'm not thinking anything of it because I don't know this girl that well and I don't know if her parents are rich or not, or like wealthy I should say. So her randomly like saying, oh yeah, my dad sent me money and grabbing all these things, I'm like, dang, this girl has to be freaking rich. But like I also wasn't gonna take advantage of that. Like I didn't want her buying me anything else. Mind you, at this time we've been in Ulta for about literally 45 minutes because I look at every single thing there when I go. Like I never go just for one thing. Even if I don't have money, I will find a way to buy at least more than one thing with my $2.50 on my card. So we all know like the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer and blush. This was the time that the e.l.f. bronzer and blush, like the dupe of the Charlotte Tilbury, had just came out. And I was like, oh shoot, like let me get one of these. So I got the bronzer and the blush and I think the highlighter as well. It was only $9 a piece, so I'm like, absolutely, like give me it right now. Don't spend your money on those. I personally, they're garbage and they're not even worth the $9. Again, she tries to grab it from me and she's like, girl, I got you. And I'm like, absolutely not. You're not buying me anything else. She started to get a little bit mad at me because I wouldn't let her buy it for me, but I'm just like, I'm the type of person that won't let anybody buy anything, even if it's a $1 McChicken from McDonald's. I don't know, like that's just me. Like her even buying the Hourglass concealer for me and the 2 dry shampoos, I was like, ah, like I'm about to have a panic attack. Like I love free things, but like not from my friends. I just like feel way too bad. Anyways, so I get up to the checkout with my 3 e.l.f. things. When I tell you the ladies are being so freaking rude to me, I'm like, what did I do? Like I am here all the time and they're usually so nice to me. There was 2 of them and then there was an older lady like on the shelf in the back, like with her arms crossed, like staring me down. And I'm like, I feel so uncomfortable. Like I don't even want to buy what I have. Oh, mind you, my friend had went to the car as I'm checking out. There's like 2 doors to Ulta and before I get out the second one, a police walks in and was like, I need you to come with me. And I'm like, what the fuck did I do? He starts taking me to like the back of Ulta and I'm like, what the heck did I do? Like I'm asking him like, hey, like what did I do? Am I in trouble? And he's like yelling at me like, you know exactly what you did. And I'm like, I really don't. Like please tell me, like did I break something? Like I promise, like I'll find a way to pay for it. We get to the back and he's like, I need you to empty all of your pockets for me, like lift up my bra and like shake it to make sure there was nothing in there. And I'm like swearing up and down to this guy. I'm like, I did not steal anything. Like, I swear to God, like, I promise I did not steal anything. At this point, I'm crying because I'm like, I am being accused of something that I didn't do, and like, he is not believing me, nobody's believing me, and everyone's being so rude to me. And like, if you raise your voice at me, I'm either gonna slap you in your face or I'm gonna cry. And I couldn't do that to this police officer, so I cried. Finally, I'm like begging him, like, please rewatch the footage. Like, I didn't do anything. Like, I didn't steal anything. I didn't put anything in my pockets. And he finally did. Then it was this whole thing, like, you walked in with her. Where's that girl? Did she run off? Blah, 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 blah. He finally called her inside, and she's swearing up and down that that's not her in the video. And I mean, I knew it was her, but since she says it's not her, I'm not gonna rat my friend out. I'm like, I don't think that's her. Like, that is not her. She would never do something like that. Then he pulls that you guys need to get your parents on the phone to give permission for arrest or something like that. At this point, I'm like, bro, tell him it was you. Give him everything back. Like, I'm not going to jail. Like, give him everything back. I don't know if he was trying to scare us, but like, after he showed us the footage, like, I knew that was her, but like, I'm not gonna rat out my friend. And if she's saying that's not her, then I'm gonna go along with what she's saying. Oh, chopstick, sorry. At this point, like, I'm freaking out. I'm like, we're not going to jail. We're not going to jail. Please just do the right thing. Give it back to the man. Give it back to the man, please. He walks her out to my car. I don't know how she got 2 Ulta bags, but she had 2 Ulta bags, one small one, one big one, full of stuff. He came back, they added everything up, and it was $1,649, and I think it was like 60 or 73 cents. I'm looking at her in shock, like, how? Like, how? I don't understand, like, how? Over $1,000 worth of stuff in one trip. He took off $8 because like she paid for something that was like 8 something, but still that didn't make a difference. So we literally almost went to jail. She had to call her mother. I didn't have to call mine, and she wasn't allowed to leave with me. I did not hear from her for like a week, so I'm guessing she got her phone taken, because after she got her phone back, she texted me this long ass paragraph about how I'm such a shitty friend. I'm the reason that she got caught. If I would have just walked out when she told me to, when she never told me to, this would have never happened. She was like, I can't believe I trusted somebody like you. I'm sitting over here in complete utter shock. I'm like, how the hell are you gonna blame me when you stole almost $2,000 worth of stuff? Like, okay, I get it if you like pickpocketed like the bronzy drops from Drunk Elephant or something, like, but how? Please tell me in the comments if y'all have ever never mind, don't rat yourself. But yeah, we almost went to jail, and we spent about 4 hours in that little office thing. And in those 4 hours, I was just crying my eyes out, like, please, I don't want to go to jail. Because I really didn't do anything. Like, I did not do anything, and I was about to get, like, a charge. I don't know. But yeah, that's it. This is 37 minutes long. Love y'all. Bye.
So when I was in high school, I was friends with this girl. For story's sake, we'll call her Hannah. So it was, like, near the end of our senior year. I had gone and driven to Hannah's house, and it was just me and her. We were just hanging out, whatevs. And she starts talking about how she wants to go to this party that these kids at our school were throwing. This location was called The Barn, and it was a literal barn that this kid would throw parties at, right? So I had never been to the fucking barn ever in my life. I never had fucking planned on going there, solely based on the fact, so the friend group that would throw parties at the barn, I didn't agree with the ideology. Frankly, I didn't even like any of them as people either. So I was like, fuck no, I'm not fucking taking my ass there. But she wanted to get her ass in there so bad just so she could talk to her ex-boyfriend that she has been on again, off again for how many goddamn years. And at this time, he was with a completely different bitch, you know? So in my head, I was like, there's so many things wrong with this situation and so many things that could go even worse. So me being me, just trying to please my friends, I was like, fine, we'll go, but I do not want to stay long at all. Like, just do what you need to do. Like, we need to be there like an hour max, maybe 30 minutes max. So I had hit up like 3 of my other friends to come with us because, like, again, like, I don't really know anyone at this fucking party, not really friends with any of them, don't like most of them. So yeah, they come with us, they pick us up, we arrive at the fucking barn, and the first thing we see is this kid fucking walks out of the barn and comes up to us and starts critiquing what my friends are wearing. Like, what the fuck is this? Are you a goddamn bouncer? And he's like talking to my friend like, I don't like the shoes you got on. Like, bitch, get the fuck back where the fuck you were. Do you, like, ugh. And immediately I was like, oh my god, I literally want to go home, but we press forward. So then my other 3 friends start talking about how they want to leave after like 30 minutes, maybe an hour passes. They're like, they want to leave. People here are fucking weird. They're giving them a hard time. They don't like them. And they just want to go home. And I was like, bitch, fuck yeah, like, I want to fucking leave, you know? So I'm talking to Hannah, like, all of us are talking to Hannah. We're like, okay, like, I think that was enough, like, we should go. Hannah didn't get a chance to talk to her boy yet, so she didn't want to leave, obviously. She started asking me, like, do you think we can just find another ride and you can stay with me and they can go? And I was like, me being people pleasy again, I was like, sure, like, we'll just find a different ride. And then I told my other 3 friends, like, okay, it's fine, you can go, and we'll figure it out, you know? Which I don't know why the fuck I did that, because we weren't friends with anyone there. No one was gonna fucking take us home. So the night very unfortunately goes on, and then she ends up talking to her boy, and I'm like, fucking finally, now we can almost be fucking done, you know? So, like, they leave me to go talk. I'm like, whatevs, private conversation, don't really care. But I'm by myself, so don't know anyone, by myself. So at this point, they were gone for a while, and I was like, fuck, I'm literally so over this. Like, how long is this gonna fucking take? And I had went to where they were talking. They were, like, in the back of the barn, fucking back of the barnyard. And I go up to them, I'm like, hey, guys, like, what's going on? Can I join you guys? Because literally, the whole entire time they were talking, I was, like, walking around this kid's fucking house. Like, literally a stranger's home. I'm just walking around, looking around, went in the barn, went inside their house, and I was like, wow, this is nice, you know? Hannah then tells me, she's like, the conversation's, like, really private. Like, can you, like, go somewhere else? And I was like, fine, because I have nowhere else to go anyways. So I did what I was told, trying to fucking, like, help my friend. And I just sit on this kid's fucking porch by myself, and I'm like, whatever, I'll just wait. And then this girl comes up to me, and she's fucking, like, stumbling all over the place, and I'm like, oh my god, what the fuck? And she, like, grabs onto me and everything, and I'm, like, trying to help her up and everything. And I ask her if she's okay, and she's, like, telling me all the shit she was doing and everything like that. And I looked at her face, and I was like, oh my god, this girl, it looks so young. And I ask her, and I'm like, hey, how old are you, by the way? And she's like, oh, I'm in 8th grade, like, I'm 13. And I told her, I was like, bitch, we are literally seniors, like 17, 18-year-olds. And I was like, dude, I should have known. I should have never fucking come here. And I was telling the girl, I'm like, oh my god, what you need to do, you need to call your mother. You need to go home. I don't care how much trouble you're gonna get in. You cannot be here. And at that point, I was so fucking uncomfortable. So then I went back to Hannah, and I was like, please, can we, like, go? I'm so uncomfortable right now. Literally, a fucking preteen came up to me just now. And she continues to, like, shoo me away because she's still talking. So I'm getting fucking irritated. So I walk into the house, like, fucking storm into this person's fucking house, and I see a girl that I have, like, fucking art class with, you know? And I start talking to her. I'm like, hey girl, like, how you doing? Blah 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 blah. And she's like, hey, like, blah blah blah, like, oh my god, I didn't think you'd be here, you know? Like, you know how bitches be, you know? So I'm talking to that girl, and then all her little cheerleader friends come over too and start talking to us because they were all going home together. And that's when I slip in. I'm like, hey guys, like, real talk, like, do you think I can catch a ride with you guys? Because, like, my friend is still talking, I have nowhere to go, and, like, I'm literally, like, just stranded here. And they're like, girl, of course you can come with us. So I'm like, thank god they were fucking there that night. So then I walk back to the porch, and, like, the fucking little girl is, like, on her phone and everything like that. She's like, my mom's gonna come pick me up. Okay, I sat there and I waited for her mother to come get her, and I talked to her mother. I didn't even know the fucking girl's name, but I was like, I don't know why she's here, but people here are older, and these people are weird, and I'm trying to leave. She needs to go home. So her mom took her home, and then I went to go find Hannah again. I'm like, Hannah, I'm leaving because fuck you, to be honest, for making me do this. Yeah, I'm obviously mad at her, and I just tell her I'm going. And then I leave with all these fucking, like, cheerleader girls. And I tell them to drop me off at Hannah's house, and I get there, and right when I get there, it's fucking 3 a.m. at this point. Hannah then calls me, and she's like, can you please pick me up? And I told her I was irritated, and I was like, dude, I've been wanting to leave for literally hours, because we got there at what, maybe 10 o'clock? It's 3 a.m. Before I left too, I literally asked her, I'm like, is it okay if I go? Like, even though I'm fucking angry, I'm like, is that okay though? You know what I mean? And she's like, yeah, I'll figure it out. She didn't figure it out, so she just asked me. So she made me drive fucking, like, 20 minutes back, because she was mad at me and everything, and I can't deal with people being mad at me before. So I got her, I dropped her off at her house, and I fucking took my ass home, finally. Moral of the story is, it's okay to have boundaries, and you should be able to say no. And that if you are friends with someone who is constantly pressing you for their own benefit and doing things only for their benefit, yeah, stop being friends with them, girl.
Straighten my hair with me. We'll talk about getting kicked out at 17. So I grew up in a very, like, abusive, toxic household, which a lot of you guys witnessed when I was going through all this. A lot of it was my mother at this time. My dad stopped being, like, physically abusive when I was younger because DHS got called. But my mom was very mentally abusive and just how she was. And I'll talk about that more in another video. I had, like, one really big incident. My dad was like, I'm gonna get you out of here. But how he did it, and he's told me this before he went and did it, and has told people in my family this is how he did it, word for word, was made it seem like it was my mom's idea to get rid of me by convincing her that I was the problem and their marriage would be better without me. Because a lot of the arguments my parents had growing up, like my entire life, was of me and how to handle me. Don't get me wrong, like I needed to get out of that house. Like it wasn't healthy for me. Like I probably would have myself if I stayed there any longer. Like you guys saw me, you guys watched me going through it. Like what he did wasn't fair to my mom's mental, and like that's such a really fricked up thing to do to somebody, just regardless of what his intentions were. It's just messed up. So she agrees. Me and her don't speak the entire time I start packing, but she also gives my dad a list of things he needs to like do in projects before like he takes me and drives me all the way to California. He starts doing them, and when he's close to being done, you know, I really start packing all my things. I think my things were packed in boxes for a while because she kept adding things to the list before we were able to go, and it took 3 months before I was like fully able to leave. In those 3 months, me and my mother did not speak at all. This isn't the first time she's done this. Like we have gone 6 months without talking, living in the same house before, so it wasn't anything new, but it was just a little more intense. But when I'm leaving, she comes down the stairs crying, and this is the first time she's spoken to me in 3 months, and hugs me, and she's like, I'm just doing what's best for you. And I'm like, whatever woman, just I'm ready to go. Made the drive all the way here. I moved in with my dad's ex-stepdad, Pops, which is my uncle's and my aunt's father. So my dad had stayed for a month to help me get settled in, and then when he left, kind of left the responsibility of me on my uncle and his girlfriend. Kind of fucked up. Didn't really talk to him that much. He wasn't really allowed to talk to me. I can hang up if my mom walked in. It was really weird. It like made me super depressed. You know, I'm out here by myself. I'm 17, and I kind of can just do whatever I want. And I came from a really strict, abusive household. I wasn't able to do anything like my entire life. Like I had no friends. I was just in my room painting. That's all I did. I just kind of wild out and just hang out with a lot of the wrong people, getting into stuff that I shouldn't be getting into at 17. Trying to manage my money. I had no access to my money until a month into being out here, and I finally was able to see my money, and I was kind of blowing through it. I wasn't making content and continuously like putting art out because I was just running around like being a teenager in LA, spending all my money on just everybody I was hanging out with. Like I was buying Ubers for everybody, taking everybody over, buying breakfast for everybody, just being overly nice in LA. It's awful. So I was just 17 trying to figure out my life on my own, which was really interesting, and I was being really stupid at the same time, but who wouldn't be? Kind of just like the story of me like getting kicked out, a little brief what happened after. But I didn't talk to my mom for like 3 years. Me and my dad don't talk anymore, and I'm 20. It's been 3 years, guys.
Hey guys, get rid of me while I tell you about how my best friend, my ex-boyfriend. So obviously I cannot say the full word here on TikTok, but basically I'm gonna give a disclaimer. I know I'm gonna get extremely angry and probably crash out like 10 times in this, so don't mind that. Also, my headband's broken. Okay, so like I already know I'm not gonna have enough time like for the whole story, so I'm just gonna get right into it. So it was the day after Christmas, and I was supposed to hang out with this guy, and she just kept begging and begging and begging me to ask him for a friend. And like I already didn't like hanging out with guys around her because she acted different around guys, and like I was best friends, like inseparable with this girl for 5 years, mind you. And like I'm gonna be mean in this because I really don't care, and I'm going to name drop because I don't care. I think she deserves everything that's coming to her. I'm probably gonna get in trouble for this, so I'm doing this for you guys. But honestly, I don't care because you can keep crying and saying I'm bullying you, but you're the one who brought this upon yourself. So anyways, so I was just hanging out with this guy, and she just kept begging and begging and begging me to come with us and like go on a 2-man, and I didn't want to because she always acts different around guys, like I said, or I think I said. And so I finally just let her come, and so he was always with these 3 friends, and one of them being my ex. And so I thought like I was just with my man, and then when we got back to my house, and we got back in my house, I was like, so what happened? And she tells me that she just had intercourse with my ex-boyfriend. So I'm just sitting there in shock. Like I was literally sitting there speechless because what am I supposed to say about that? And it's like also, it's just like just everything about it is like, what were you thinking? And like this is like everything I'm gonna say sounds like so made up, but it's just like she's genuinely so stupid. Like, this is like actually like what she did and said. And so, you know, I'm sitting there and it's like, obviously she's been my friend for 5 years and she's seen how I've reacted to girls get with my ex and stuff. And it's so like, so she actually lost her virginity to him. I should have said that at the beginning, but yeah, so that made it even worse. And so she was like, oh my, like she was crying in my bed, because I mean, like, losing your virginity is a very emotional experience. I cried when I lost mine, and she was saying I wasn't about to comfort her. I let her sit there, like, what? So she's like talking about how embarrassed she is and like how she's not gonna tell anyone or anything. And then she FaceTimes one person from cheer and like tells me about it, and I love the girl, so like it's fine. And then like I'm just gonna fast forward. I made her leave at like 9 a.m. I made her drive home, and then we didn't talk for a week. We literally did not talk until after New Year's, and this happened the day after Christmas, like I said. And she didn't think that anything was up. So my other friend had to text her and be like, I think you need to like talk to Macy, like she's really sad, like what you did was really messed up. And this is where she starts playing dumb. She's like, wait, what? Why is Macy mad? What did I do? Like, I'm so serious. And so then I texted her and I told her that I was upset. And basically, let me just sum it up for you. She like apologized, told me that she never would have done it if she was upset, and then she did it again. I also need to preface this. She thinks she's the victim in the situation. She just, oh, by the way, she's actually dating another one of her friends' ex-boyfriends, and she thinks she's a sweet little angel, like she can never do anything wrong, right? So yeah, she still thinks that she's done nothing wrong, if you're wondering. And like, so, once I found out, oh yeah, and so she told me, like, there was just like a bunch of stuff that she told me like the night that it happened that wasn't true, and just like a bunch of stuff that she told my entire school and literally everybody that I cheer with except for me. And then when I found out, she acted all shocked and surprised and continued to lie to me. Like, I was literally sitting here like begging her to tell me the truth. Like, I was trying to give her a chance, like, because I would have forgiven her in the beginning. And so I was sitting here begging her for the truth, and she continued to lie to my face. Okay, guys, you can come back for a part 2. Hey, guys, you know what time it is? It is time for part 2. Get ready with me while I talk about how my best friend, my ex-boyfriend. Okay, so, well, first I have a few things to clear up. So, first of all, I think that if you think that what she did is okay, that you need to be checked into a mental hospital today. And I just need to preface this. I do not care about this ex at all. Like, literally, I do not care. It's just the fact that she was my best friend. And like I said before, I would have forgiven her. But it's also the fact that then she continued to lie to my face. And it's like, it's not even that she lied to me. It's like she lied to so many other people. And it's like, that's how she got caught. Like, just don't lie to your friends' faces. Also, guys, I just want to clear something up. I'm also making this considering the fact that she made up so many lies about me and the stories that she told people. Like, I want my own name to be clear. Like, that is the specific reason I'm making this video, is to clear my name, because she spun so many lies about me to so many people, and like people that are close to me and people that I talk to every day. And it just like, it's really annoying, because like, I didn't even do those things. You did them. So if you haven't watched part 1, I would highly recommend. But basically, so after she just kept lying to me, this is where I just like got fed up and like honestly just like didn't care anymore, like what happened. So one time so this happened at school, and so this was like before I knew that she did it again. And so I had like, a girl at cheer had like told me, but I didn't believe her, because that is literally insane, doing it twice. So one day I was in science class, and this guy that sits next to me was her guy best friend. And you want to know how she met that guy best friend and who he is? Oh, he's just another one of her other friends, ex-boyfriends, and they're not friends because she became friends with him. And she knew she was her and continued to talk shit about her because she was mad. that she was literally friends with her ex. I wish I could say names, guys, but obviously I really can't now. So, like, I'm really sorry that was confusing. That was probably, like, extremely confusing, but, like, hopefully somebody will try to explain better in the comments. So what he tells me is that she did, in fact, do it again. And so, obviously, this was in school, so I started texting her, and she blocked me. That was when I snapped. And so, after lunch, you know, I was gonna go up to her in person because I know you did not just block me because you know I'm right. So, you know, I just had like a little chat with her in person, and she just like basically ran away, so I couldn't even freaking talk to her. And I was like, no, that's not enough, because if she's gonna act like this, I'm gonna talk to her again. So I went to her locker after 10th period, and I screamed at her. Yes, I know this was immature of me, I already know, but honestly, I don't even disagree with myself because I was crashing out. And I personally think it's a justified crash out. I don't care what anybody says. And if you're in the comments telling me to grow up because he's my ex or because I was going for one of his friends, first of all, if you have a problem with homie hopping, you need to grow up and you need to get off my page, because that was like, what are you even on about? Anyways, that was really funny to me that people were actually affected by homie hopping. Like, I didn't think people actually cared about that. But anyways, so I was screaming at her, and then she started crying. And then, because she was standing there, she was still telling me that she wasn't lying. She was still telling me that she didn't tell me a single lie. And so I followed her all the way out the door, and she just like cried all the way out the door. And it's like, I know you're not crying right now. I know you're not the one crying. Sorry guys, that was very aggressive. I'm gonna try to be a bit more peaceful because I'm probably literally about to be cooked after this. So, but I don't even see how I can be cooked because I didn't do anything wrong. She did. Like, maybe let's just keep our legs closed, like especially to boys that have been with our best friends. Like, I don't know. But also, I wanted to add what he's done to me, because I feel like a lot of people are undermining, like, he's not just an ex. Like, me and this man were on and off for 2 years, and she knew that. And so also, I'm coming on here because I'm trying to clear my own name, because in every single story she tells, she makes me the victim and makes up all these lies about me. And it's like, if you really think that I'm sitting here preaching to 40,000 people about hating this girl and you think everything I'm making up is false, like, I'd actually have to be like mental, like an award to be doing this. So I'm telling absolutely nothing but the truth, unlike somebody, and there's so much proof that she's lied, so I really don't care. And so she can continue to cry and try to get me in trouble for stuff that I didn't even do. So yeah, my last encounter with her was the last day before I went online, and I just like wanted to confront her again. I wanted to see like if she'd finally tell me, and she laughed in my face. Actually, I was confronting her and she started laughing in my face. So I pushed her out the door. It was just like a gentle push for her, like out the door, because I did not want to ever see that bitch again. Like, I hopefully I don't have to. So that was my story time about my terrible ex-best friend, the worst ex-best friend ever. I would name drop. People in my comments can name drop if you want to, if you know her, and you can feel free to, but I personally can't. Once again, this was just my point of the story, and that's why I wanted to get out there, because I know she spewed a lot of lies about me, and I just wanted people to know, like, what actually happened, and that's actually what happened. So thank you for listening. Okay, yeah, guys, so that was my story time of my the worst friend ever. And please don't press charges on me. I didn't do anything. I'm sitting here online. I didn't even say your name. So maybe if you would have just been a normal person and left me alone, I could leave you alone.
My crush just rejected me in front of the whole entire school. Really, everyone saw, and I'm pretty sure some people were recording. Please comment FIP if this is on your For You page. So we were having a student assembly, and I decided to ask him out at the assembly. And I absolutely did the most. I made a poster and everything. Of course, I asked my friend to record because I thought it was going to be this cute little thing where he said yes. He in fact did not say yes, and my friend was definitely recording because now the video is going around school. Anyways, when the assembly was over, I got up on stage with my big poster with his name on it with glitter on the poster. And I'm positive that everyone in there knew it was for him because there was pink glitter and his name written on the front of the poster. If I'm gonna ask someone out, I'm gonna make it look cute, so I made a song for him. And basically I got up on stage and I started singing my song for him. My skin is so sensitive, this literally hurts so much. So when I finished my song, I asked him, so what do you think?
And then him and his friends start laughing at me, and then when they start laughing, everybody watching starts laughing too. I'm just joking, but comment what you would do in this situation, and also if you made it to the end, please comment a heart emoji and ignore how I look, please.
Get ready with me while I tell you about the creep that was sitting in front of me on my plane to America. So I just recently went to America from Melbourne. Like, I went straight to LA, we didn't have a stopover. And the flight is 14 and a half hours. So you kind of like get to know the people sitting like around you. So we made friends with the lady sitting next to us. She was really nice. But it was about halfway through the flight that I started to notice the man sitting diagonally across from me. So he was in front of my mum, but I could like see him there. So it was about halfway through the flight when I started to notice this man, because I think I had already watched the entire first season of Sex and the City, and that's all they had on my flight, only the first season. So I was getting bored and I was just like looking around for something else to do. And this man had obviously bought the Wi-Fi on the plane because he was scrolling through Twitter. So me being the kind of like snoopy person I am, I was looking at his screen just because I wanted something else to look at. So at first he was just scrolling through Twitter, just looking at like Trump updates and like Elon Musk, because this was the day that Trump had just gone into office, so he was obviously looking at all what was happening with everything going on. And then he scrolled on to this post that said, "Do women really love getting as much as guys love getting pussy?" And he scrolled onto the comments and reposts, and he was like reading through all of the women's answers and stuff. And you know what, I understand being sometimes curious about like how the other gender thinks and stuff, so I didn't really think much of it. I was like, okay, maybe he's just curious about this certain topic. And then he went back to like the main Twitter feed and he scrolled on to the next post, and the next post was 9 things you should never do to your dick. And he went into the comments and he started reading about that. And at this point I'm getting a little bit like icked out. I'm like, what's wrong with this guy? Why is he reading so much about dick and pussies? And then it gets worse, and he looks up this account, which seemingly at first just looks like a normal photography account, like it's just some guy's photography page. I was very wrong though. The photography page was actually, it was this one artist, and he photographed women naked. Okay, you know what, that's a form of art, like whatever. Not a big issue to me. But this guy was obviously using these photos in a way they were not intended, because he was scrolling onto each individual photo, clicking on it and zooming in on these women. Like, it might be a woman in a field and she's like a centimeter big in the picture. He was zooming in and looking at her. And I literally clocked straight away. I was like, oh, okay, this is really weird. And he was probably doing this for a good like maybe 10 minutes, and my mum had just woken up from a nap, and I said to mum, like, okay, like try and have a look at what he's doing. Like, I was whispering it, I wasn't fucking being loud. And mum looks over and she's like, what the fuck? Because he's literally zooming in on every single photo of these women, analyzing it, looking at like certain parts of her. And I'm like, what's happening? And so mum says like quite loudly, like, what the fuck, that's weird. And he starts going like this, and he's looking at my reflection, looking at his phone, like through his phone. And he starts like going like that. And I like look away, I'm like, oh, I'm not looking. And he immediately shuts down his phone, and like, I think he started going on the movies thing. And from that moment forward, anytime this man would open his phone, me and him would make intense eye contact through the reflection. And look, I might be extremely wrong about what his intentions were. It's just, sue me, it's what it looked like. Anyways, let me know if you've ever had any weird encounters on airplanes.
Get ready with me while I tell you about how somebody in my family found my account, and they decided to comment my videos and say that they understood my situation and that they're saving up for a place too, and that I'm welcome to go whenever I'd like, and that they're sorry for my situation. But then they went to go tell their mom is my cousin. They went to go tell their mom what I was saying about online, and they made it seem like if I'm talking shit about my family. And so their mom went to go tell my dad's sister, and now my dad's sister wants to talk to my mom and dad about what I'm saying online. Okay, that was basically the whole story time. But yeah, I know who it is. I'm gonna block them after I post this video. I kind of hope they see it. So the girl that found my video and commented, we do have some past beef, but I say beef in an immature way because this happened when we were like 13 or 12, and we never talked about it. We never resolved the situation, but it's like we stopped talking to each other. We don't talk to each other like how we used to. And also, like, why would you comment on my video acting like you care and then go tell your mom about something that, like, you know she's gonna spread because I talk about her uncle? And the way I found out was my aunt's daughter, which is also my cousin, ended up telling me because her mom told her. And her mom didn't want to tell her who told her about my TikTok, but she kind of did like say like, oh yeah, this person told me. I'm genuinely just so frustrated because it's like, bro, what the did I do? If you're still mad about what I did when I was 13, bitch, let me tell you something else. I still don't think I was in the wrong for what I did when I was 13. I don't know why she's snitching on me. Like, hello, like, I just come on here, make videos. I don't name drop. I don't say anything that's a lie. I don't say like anything. Like, the most I've said is that I live in the San Fernando Valley. So am I scared? No, not really. I feel like the comments prepared me. They were always telling me like somebody's bound to find out. And you know what, like, I didn't really care about somebody finding out. I'm just more pissed off at the fact that somebody found my TikTok, pretended like they cared, and then went to go tell their mom. Worst part is that in the comment she said that she understood my situation because she does have issues within her own family, but then she went to go tell her mom, knowing that her mom's a fucking chismosa and is gonna tell the whole family. But yeah, now you guys know like why I don't talk about this, why I don't speak up for myself, why like I don't talk to anybody in my family about this, why I say nobody would help me, because the person in my family found out and then went to go snitch on me, acting like if I'm talking shit. So yeah, that's why I say like nobody in my family would ever take me in, nobody in my family would ever help me out, because you see what happened, honey. They found out and they went to go snitch because they think that me talking about my family and saying the truth, not name dropping but still saying the truth, is me talking shit about my family and me being ungrateful. But yeah, not too sure what I'm gonna do. Probably just gonna pack a bag just in case anything happens, in case they find out. I didn't even make an outro in this video. I made a part 2, but literally in that part 2 I was just talking about this cousin's grandpa, or I guess like her mom's dad, because I was so mad, but I can't post that, I'm sorry. I was just taking it too far. I was being too petty. That's just on me. So yeah, bye guys.